Hi, it's me and the birthday girl here. Happy Wednesday. Where are you going? Huh? Where are you going? You gotta tell them. Say it's my birthday. It's my birthday. And say I'm 7 years old. Back up. Okay, so I started this video on our morning walk. And to be quite honest,
excuse me. Relax. Gosh, so afraid I'm gonna drop her. I'm not gonna drop you.
I started it this morning, and the wind was blowing so hard, and it was quite chilly. So, yeah. So basically, I deleted it because my nose wouldn't stop running. Because it was cold and windy and, you know, all the things. And I thought, well, I'll just record it on my drive to my doctor's appointment because I had a doctor's appointment at 9 a.m. with my back doctor. Well, I recorded some, and then all of a sudden, in the middle of a sentence, it just, no voice. Nothing. It was gone. I said, you know what? I'm just going to start all over. We'll just forget all that ever happened and we'll just start all over. So, here we are starting all over. And I'm going to start by singing you a song. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. My Bonnie lies over the sea. I don't know if I'm singing that the correct way, but whatever. That was the song I was trying to think of yesterday, and it was in the music book given to me by Momo Mode, and I practiced it on the organ. Yes. I don't know if that book is still at my parents' house. I would love to find it if it is, but knowing my mother, she sold it at a yard sale. Yes, to be quite honest, she probably sold it at a yard sale.
You're right in my way there, ma'am. Okay, so...
Anywhoosers, I was thinking, you know, my organ career didn't go anywhere. So then I started on my singing career. It started off rocky. I'll just say that. My other grandmother, Mary Frances, was, she was a wonderfully kind and sweet person, but she was also blunt, okay? So, when I was young, 12-ish, I don't know how old I was, it's when the song The Rose came out by Bette Midler, and I fancied myself why are you looking at me like that? I fancied myself singing exactly like Bette Midler, or so I thought, yes. And I had headphones, and I had Bette Midler playing on my little tape player. You know, our little tape players we used to have, and we could plug in our little earphones, and I was singing to the top of my lungs. Yes, I was. I was singing. Some say love, it is a river that drowns. Do, 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 do. I can't remember all the words. Well, anyway, apparently, when I was young, I could not sing worth a toot, okay? I'm not saying I'm great now. I'm just saying that I'm a whole lot better than I was. I took many years of chorus in middle school and high school, and then I was in the choir. And to be quite frank with you, I learned more in chorus than I did in choir than I did in chorus in school. I don't know why, but Margie and Mike were the two best choir directors and taught us to sing from our diaphragm and how to, for instance, say certain words like when you sing Gloria in excelsis Deo. Yeah, Margie taught us it's not, well, we really don't know what they're saying, but she told us to pronounce it eggshells, Deo. Eggshells. Yeah, like eggshells. And she said if you all pronounce it the same, then it will go to the audience as one. Excelsis. Yes. So I learned a lot from them, and I learned how to pull more from my diaphragm rather than just singing from here. Yes, you've got to go deep. Well, anyway, when I was young and I was trying to sing The Rose by Bette Midler and thinking I was going to be the next Bette Midler, Mary Frances patted me on the leg, and I pulled my little headset out and I said, "Huh?" And she said, "You can't sing." I'm sorry, what? You can't sing. You're singing very loud and you can't sing. Says you. So I went up to my room and shut the door, and I continued with my Bette Midler very bad rendition of The Rose. Yes. I couldn't sing worth a toot. She was being quite honest. Yeah. Anyway, that was my musical career. And then my memory this morning was about the time that I was helping my mother decorate for Christmas. Now, if y'all think that I decorate a lot for Christmas, well then, you should have met my mother. Because I don't put out a tenth of what my mother put out. My mother had a humongous collection of Santa Clauses, snowmen, trees, ornaments, you name it. She would do different theme trees. She had one in the kitchen that had like cookie cutters and little rolling pin ornaments. And I mean, you know what I'm saying? And she would use the homespun fabric, and she would tear pieces to make little ribbons to tie on them. I mean, she had the cutest stuff, and she was so talented with her decorating. Well, I don't know how old I was. I was still very young, and I was helping decorate, and I went to go behind the Christmas tree to plug up the lights. I got off balance, and when I got off balance, I fell, and I landed on my mother's cactus. She had one of those big, it was about 2 feet tall, and each needle on it was about that tall. And I fell on that, and those little prickles broke off in my behind. And my mother laughed so hard. I think more from nervousness, and it was a mix of a great deal of concern and hysterical laughter going on. And I can honestly say that I am exactly the same way. I don't mean to laugh because you're hurt, but just the situation, yeah. And I think more people need to just learn how to laugh, you know. So I want you to practice today. I want you to just smile. And see how that just makes your heart smile. Just by smiling your mouth, it makes your heart smile. It also makes you look cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but just do it anyway. Just smile. And then maybe find something funny to watch on Netflix or on TV, America's Funniest Videos or funny videos on here, and laugh. Laugh out loud. I think laughing is becoming a lost art on people. They don't know how to laugh anymore. And that's so sad. Isn't it? I mean, just make fun of me when I can't talk. My cousin Teresa, oh my gosh, I miss her so much. She was so funny. But she was born with a hearing problem. I'm partially deaf. I don't know exactly what was wrong. But she had a little bit of a lisp, or not a lisp, but, you know, you could tell she had a hearing problem by the way she spoke. And I was riding in the car with her one time when we went down there. She was in Florida, and she was trying to say something, and I kept saying, huh? What? And all of a sudden she said, oh, I can't talk. And then we all got so tickled. I think my mom was in the car. I think we had gone over to her salon or something. And my mom said, oh, I can't talk. And then Teresa started. Anyway, it turned into this, you know, laughing fest over her saying, oh, I can't talk. So my mother would say that anytime she got tongue-tied, she would say, oh, I can't talk. Now, so funny. But, yeah, just laugh. Just smile. Just, yeah, try to find some joy. I have a friend who, she laughs, but when she, like if I'm telling her something funny, for instance, like the time that I failed to step down in the courtroom, and then I no, I did not read. Oh, I can't talk. I ran head first across the courtroom, head down, trying to stop myself, laughing hysterically, running towards the person who was on trial for murder. If I was to tell my friend this story, she would laugh, but then she would apologize for laughing at me. I'm like, look, I'm telling you the story so you will laugh. Don't apologize. No, that makes it all kind of wrong if you apologize. I'm not talking about making fun of people and laughing at them. I'm just talking about it's okay to laugh if they tell you something funny. Yeah, because that's why I tell y'all all my embarrassing stories, because I want you to laugh. Yeah, I love to make people laugh. The biggest compliment you can give me is to tell me that I make you laugh. I love it. I don't know what's going on down here on the floor, but Gracie's trying to get comfortable, and Penny is staring at her. I don't know what's going on, but anyway. I had to go to the back doctor this morning, and I just would like for you all to know that I passed the psychological, and I passed the heart test. They made me go through this testing, and one of them was some sort of heart testing, heart and lung, and I had to sit in this dark room, and I don't know, they had an EKG on me, and they had all these other stuffs, and it measured I had to hold my breath, and then I had to let my breath go, and then I had to take a deep breath. Anyway, it told me everything to do. And then I had this person call me to go through this psychological thing, I guess to make sure I'm not depressed. And he told me I passed with flying colors, that I got all greens. And I said, well, I'm surprised. And he said, why are you surprised? I said, because I laughed through that conversation. Because of some of the questions she was asking me. He said, why were you laughing? I said, because it was funny. She asked me a question on the phone. She said, do you have ADHD? And I started laughing, and he started laughing, the doctor. And he said, don't we all? And I said, well, I told her, probably, but I've never been diagnosed. I mean, maybe, probably, most likely. He was like, everybody tells me I have it. He said, I think we probably all have a little bit. I said, that's what I'm saying. I said, and another question she asked me was if I had cried in the last 6 months. Well, of course I've cried in the last 6 months. My dog died. I think her question should have been more like, do you cry all the time? Do you cry every day? Not have you cried in the last 6 months? Well, yeah. I mean, I am woman, hear me roar. Of course I've cried in the last 6 months. Anyway, but I passed the test. And then my last funny, I went in Kohl's, and I could hear this person, he was rolling this shelf. I didn't know it was a he at first, but he was rolling this shelf. It was like 4 deep, and it was stacked way up with shoe boxes. And he would roll like a yard. He would roll a yard, and a box would fall, or 2 boxes would fall. And he would pick them back up, and he would put them back on there, and he'd roll a couple of yards, and boxes would fall off. And this continued. Well, every time boxes fell, I got tickled. And by the time he got to me, I was near hysterics because I was laughing so hard. And I caught sight of him, and he said, I'm having to go so slow because, and I said, all the boxes are falling. And he said, yes. He said, I'm about to cuss. I said, I have been giggling because I have heard you from way back there pushing, and every time you'd get like a few steps, one of them boxes would fall, or 2 or whatever. He was like, girl. He said, I have stopped so many times and picked up boxes. And he said, I am just over it. But then he started laughing too. So I think my laughter helped him to get over his madness and find his laughter. That's what I'm talking about. Just help people laugh. You know what I'm saying? Just laugh. Unapologetically. Just don't make fun of people and laugh, because that's not nice. No, our mama raised us better than that, I hope. Yeah, that's it for now. So let me go check on this and make sure it's going to work, and I'll be back, okay? Okay. Well, that's going to be it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember that I love you and Jesus loves you, and I hope he's coming back soon because people be crazy. And I will talk to you on the next Tracy Tries, which will probably be tomorrow because I post every day. And smile. Make somebody else smile. Or just look at yourself crazy in the mirror. Okay, bye. Bye.